is like you and I are talking. Like
just us.
None of this is going to be on air, but she literally, and then we talked, and then she came back to it. She's like, are you going to say all this? Like she was literally.
Did she spit venom about Kyle?
Look, does she have anything good to say? You know, I mean, no, right. She has nothing good to say about the nasty of the ones that she doesn't like, right?
Right.
But I was shocked at how she was just so, I was like, listen, you can trust me. Like, I'm not that.
Yeah, that's nice. Don't betray her trust.
I talk about things when I hear them. When it's like, when you know something for sure, then you're like, right. Well, now I'm not going to talk about it. Because now it's like, it's inappropriate. If I just hear like a rumor, like Denise, right, then I can give you my opinions. But yeah, right. I don't think Lisa will come back. And why would you? But Yolanda too, right? It's over. I just always find it strange when like people say to me, like say when I have someone on, not you, but everyone else, like someone that's off, oh, she should come back. She should come back. I was like, there's so much wrong with that statement. Like that's like Rinna. It's like Kyle. It's the viewers feel the same way the people on the show feel. They feel like Rinna feels that she is better than Yolanda. Everyone that's gone, it's like, you're not. These people have happy lives. They don't want to be you. So like when the viewer says she should come back, it's like, you're putting so much power in that. This person has a whole life outside of this. They don't want to come back. That statement always bothers me.
I think people don't, on television, when you're seeing it, everyone's like dressed and the makeup and the clothes and the this and the that. And everyone thinks like it's this glamorous life. And truthfully, it, a lot of it is, it's fun in that aspect, but there is pressure to deliver. And I can't remember, I saw something where it was a picture of Kyle and, her hands were like in the forefront of the shot. And someone like made a comment about how her hands looked. Did you see that? Like,
yes.
What? I mean, for God's sakes, look at mine. I mean, no nails, give me a break. Like that's the stuff. And even though, okay, who cares? To go on the show, I remember I'm not a person who goes and gets their nails done like that. Like even when I go, it's like to get my nails done and then I get a buff. Like I don't put fake nails on. I don't even paint them. And you have to, when you're on the show, like everything, the maintenance of everything is crazy. And it is a job, whether people want to think about it or not. And I'm not asking for any sympathy with that, but it's pressure. It is.
Well, yeah. And people don't realize, like when they say like, why isn't she on? Like, look what you do on social media. Like you take that to bed. So when Kyle goes to bed, with angst and Rinna, like you go to bed with your heart beating and your head filled with just pure revenge, what you're going to do to, like, that is venom. Like, so then I'm not saying it's not worth 1 point something. I'm just saying,
but for how long?
Right. It's not the goal. And I think that's where people lose sight of, like, there's so many ex-housewives I talk to. I'm like, trust me. Now this one, you're right. This one is a fame whore over here behind door number 1. And she says, oh, I don't know, but you're right. You've called it out. This one is dying to go back. But then you're like, let me tell you about all the people that have wonderful lives, that it was a moment in time. Just like 5 years ago, I was a different person. They don't want to go back. And like, I can't convince people. I'm like, trust me, this person does not want it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's that weird dichotomy of the viewer and the people on the show that feel they're winning because you're gone and they're not. And it's like, it's not, people don't want to be there. I feel like, look at Diana. I don't think she's like the fired crazy woman. I think she's just like, this was a fucking disaster.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I felt.
Everyone could hate her, but I think she's just like, she does interviews in 10 years, she's going to be like, why are you asking me this? Like, shut up. Like, this was 1 year of my life and it was the worst. Well, she's going to be like Yolanda. She's going to be like, it was the worst experience of my life.
For sure. And she's going to feel like she was misread and that's really not who she is. And it brought out the worst side of her and they didn't edit her well. And, she knows all of these celebrity people and has her own money. It wasn't for the money. It wasn't to meet people. It wasn't to go to fancy places. she does all that on her own, and she doesn't need a camera following her to make her look shitty.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I mean, so who knows if she was involved in the bots, like she's got all these some skeletons, but I think she's just gonna be like, peace out to all of you. Like, I want no part of this. Right. So that's what I just think people don't realize. Like, there's a lot of people that don't want to be back on this show. And I think, like you said, the more you're off, the more you're like, who would want this? You start to look
Eileen
down
would
on
never
some
go
of these.
back.
No, Denise would. She would.
It's still fresh enough where she has some unfinished business.
And I still think Kim Richards would be great, but I don't think why. I mean, Kim, I'm sure could use the money, but why, after having been through this with Kyle, I mean, Kim is involved. I think she's close to Kathy. Kim is probably like, wait, my two sisters, this show has just done to them what it did to me and Kyle. And you want me to now step in and get in the middle of this and choose a side and try to, she's like, I mean, how much money does she need to go back? Kim is not going back.
No.
Denise. I mean, I love Brandi on TV. It's not going to be her. It's Denise is the only one that makes sense to me. It does. Camille is not going back. She talks about the show enough, but she's not going back. Denise, I'm telling you, I'm not convinced that Denise is, and yes, if they brought Heather Dubrow back, goodbye, Crystal or Dorit. Enjoy life, because make a space for fucking Heather Dubrow. It'd be an interesting dynamic, right? It'd be interesting to see how it's
I would love that. And I feel like Beverly Hills needs to bring it up a notch. Enough with these freaking, just is kind of trash. Like, that is not Beverly Hills.
She would be.
Bring us like back, give us a little decorum again, give us a little bit of class, and give us a little bit of like taste.
Heather Dubrow will not bring the show. She's not going to go to the Erika level. No way. Or the
no way. No. I mean, she had to deal with, some of the other people on Orange County, and she wasn't having it.
I love her. When she did my podcast, the second time she came on here, no makeup. I guess it was cold that day in Orange County. She had a huge puffer jacket on. I'm like, say what you want about her. There's not made up for this. It's on Zoom. It's going to be, right. I mean, she was just like, yeah. Hi, sorry, I have no makeup on. I was like, I love it. Are you kidding me? No prima donna. So she happens to have a ton of money.
She would be great. I think she would be great. I think Denise would be great too. I think you have more longevity with Heather than you do with Denise.
Probably. Anything else you want to bring up? Like, have I covered all the topics I want to? People are going to cry now, Kathryn. So you're going to have to come back. I mean, you and I talk all the time.
I'm going to come back. Who's airing now? What cities are running now?
Potomac, which is not off to a great start. I think last season was better, and Salt Lake. Something tells me you've never seen Salt Lake.
I have seen it. I've seen it.
This season isn't. I mean, to me, it's an off season. It was like great